And we start with a bantamweight bout scheduled for 10. Gary Antonio Russell against Francisco Pedroza. A couple of fighters in their mid-20s. And with Russell, 5'6", 66-inch reach, kind of an orthodox style. Let's go to our ring announcer, Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Armory here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. For Premier Boxing Champions, the action begins 10 rounds. This in the bantamweight division, and it's all being brought to you by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. Your three judges scoring this contest at ringside will be Tim Cheatham, Mike Fitzgerald, and Patrick Morley. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds is Celestino Ruiz. Introducing first, fighting to my left out of the red corner, he comes in wearing the blue trunks trimmed with the red, weighing officially at a ready 117 1/2 pounds. His record 13 wins, 8 losses, 2 bouts even, 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Desde Tijuana, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, aquí está Francisco Rayo Pedroza. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the black trunks trimmed with the red, weighing in officially at 117 1/4 pounds. As a professional, he's undefeated, 14 wins, 11 of those coming by way of a knockout. Fighting out of Capitol Heights, Maryland. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the fast-rising Gary Antonio Russell.
Russell. Okay, your belt line is up here. Right here is good. Aquí está bueno. Aquí está bien. I gave you guys your instruction in the dressing room. I expect a clean fight, start to finish. Tenían las instrucciones en el camerino que una pelea limpia y protéjase siempre. Touch up, good luck.
Closed captioning is available for tonight's telecast. Anthony Durrell, Ray Boom Boom Mancini, and Chris Myers ringside. We also have Jordan Hardy as our reporter. Marcos Villegas, our unofficial scorer. And glad to have you watching as here we go. First of scheduled for 10.
Chris, what do you notice is that all of the Russell brothers, all fight southpaw. And they're not southpaw.
They're right-handed, but they fight as if.
Fight southpaw because it gives their opponents more trouble, which it does.
Well, Antonio's older brother Gary Jr. has been the WBC featherweight champion since 2015, and of course, the Fighting Russell family, all the brothers named Gary, the middle name different, Antonio, Antoine, etc., etc.
Earlier tonight we had his brother Antoine, Gary Antoine
fight earlier on one of the undercards.
All 5 brothers, same name.
What do you, Anthony, what do you like about Gary Antonio? We know the record impressive with 11 knockouts and 14-0, and has been brought along very carefully, and he's certainly in good hands. But what do you like about the way he fights?
He's fast. He's a come-forward fighter. He don't let nobody back him up. And he's a fast fighter, power puncher. As you just seen right there, he's coming to get the knockout
with a punctuation point.
Well, Chris, what I like about him is all of the brothers are fundamentally sound. You know, they got good boxing IQ.
The fundamentals, they start with that.
Right, hands up high. You know, everything starts with a jab, quick hands. They move their feet very well, in and out. So very seldom you see him get caught with anything, with a straight shot. You know, not that they don't get hit, but very seldom they get hit with a second punch. You know what I mean? So they're very fundamentally sound, all of them.
And good counter punches.
Yes.
They come off everything. If you throw something, they'll come right back off of it.
Yes, good, quick hands.
He landed a right to the side of the head of Pedroza. And Pedroza trying to size him up.
And Anthony, you know as well as I do, the only way you have a chance of beating a southpaw is you have to back him up. You can't let him come forward. And that's what Pedroza is doing. He's letting Russell come forward. And that's going to be a headache all night long.
Yes, sir. And you have to be first.
A wide stance from Pedroza. And inside, working on the chin was Russell.
couple pushing uppercuts.
Yeah, those were no, a flurry from Pedroza.
Chris, one of the reasons why when a guy bases out like that, with his feet, it's like a power hitter in baseball. Looking to get that power shot.
Stop.
Celestino Ruiz separating as we will complete round 1 in the bantamweight prelim opener tonight.
And that's your basic three-pointer?
If you say so.
I'm sorry?
What teacher isn't telling you is that Snapshot rewards safe drivers with discounts on car insurance.
What?
Or maybe he didn't know. I'm done with this class.
You're not even enrolled in this class.
I know I'm supposed to be in ceramics.
Room
Do you know?
308.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody.
Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Today's Best Western? What does that mean?
With rewards points that never expire, you get free nights fast. Now get a $20 Best Western gift card after your first day. Book now at bestwestern.com.
Welcome back to the Armory. Gary Antonio Russell, he'll grab your attention in the ring with his speed. But outside of the ring, he doesn't really want that attention. He's actually pretty quiet, but he doesn't need to say much because he is fluent in sign language, guys. So be on the lookout tonight for him signing with his fists to send Pedroza a message in the ring tonight. Chris?
All right, thank you, Jordan Hardy, who is
Step back. No punch.
bouncing around from corner to corner. Ray, you wanted to...
No, I was just gonna say that was something. And she said, that was a nice. Watch how he signs with his fists. I like that. I like that. No, look.
Well, he'll send a message clearly, but I think it tells you about his shy personality that he kind of played along. That he wanted to learn other ways to communicate.
And I was impressed.
A nice exchange there that has Pedroza up on the ropes.
Nice right hook.
And it was a right hook.
Most of the brothers are tall and thin like Antonio, but he can punch because they get that snap. You know what I'm talking about, Anthony. They get that torque from their hook when they turn their hook, that straight left hand. They get that torque from the midsection.
And I think they're in so much competition with each other. They're constantly boxing each other and sparring, and they're getting all of everything in one.
He landed a right to the side of the head of Pedroza. Separated again. Now, this is the first fight in the United States for Pedroza.
Chris, Pedroza was stopped his first 2 professional fights by stopped, but since then has not been stopped once. So he's looking to keep a streak going. This guy's fighting hard. He's doing the best he can do right now, and he hasn't been stopped. So let's see if once we get in the later rounds, what's going to happen.
This is his 24th professional fight. He's been knocked out a couple of times as Francisco Pedroza.
Yeah, I just think he's fighting a different animal than Russell right here, though.
A left that landed to the side of the head, and then a right by Russell, who's just kind of toying with Pedroza. Clutch from Pedroza.
But the one thing, Anthony, Chris, when you got a guy who has the experience like a Pedroza, he wants to take it in later rounds. He wants to see. He wants to see what you got. Take all the heavy stuff early on, take it into later rounds, and then try to turn it on. I'm not saying that's what he's going to do, but that's what a lot of these guys try to do. They try to get these guys later rounds, then try to come on strong.
Well, the average round, there's the left from Russell, is gone just past 3. This is his first career scheduled 10-round fight. And he brought in some extra sparring partners and went a little longer at his sparring to prepare for that, so that wouldn't be an issue. You can see the punches landed heavily in favor, more than a 2-to-1 ratio for Russell. End of round 2, and Russell lands a left, controlling the first 2 rounds. Getting ready for the start of round 3 in the shoes of Antonio Russell.
Yeah, they're Air Jordans. I seen people fighting Kobe Bryant's. Bottle Jack, I fought him, fighting Kobe Bryant. He's fighting Air Jordans. He's comfortable with it. You just love it.
Well, people, you have a shoe for tennis, for basketball, for running. What's the best? What are you looking for in a boxing shoe?
With me, I want a low top. I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel that light on my feet, and I want them as light as possible. That's why I wear low tops, and maybe that's why he's wearing them. He's comfortable with them.
And interesting that Pedroza has tape wrapped around each of his shoes right beyond the toe. You can see that white, it's like tape over the red shoes he's wearing.
Yeah, and I've never seen that before.
Well, a lot of times the shoes that are worn, you have an excessive use, coming undone a little bit. Plus, it gives you a better footing. With the stickiness, helps give you the better footing on the mat.
Shoes don't make the man, not in the ring. The gloves do.
You know, what I'm impressed by Antonio's, like I said, his boxing IQ. But all these guys, all the brothers, they know how to keep the distance, create the space, use that jab, and then shoot that straight left hand.
Yeah, and Ray, it's funny, Jordan just reported from the corner that he has the tape on Anthony because he wants the shoes to feel tighter on his feet. That's what Pedroza's reasoning is.
And I started to say that, but I wasn't for sure. Ray came up with a good idea, maybe more grip or something. But, I mean, like I say, whatever works,
your
him,
preference.
That's what you go with.
Within the framework, a nice exchange from the two, Russell and Pedroza.
Stop. Step back. Sin golpe. Box.
Look, at this point, Pedroza, he's trying to figure it out, but you got to just go out there and start throwing punches.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown enough, Ray.
No, he's not gonna outbox Russell, and he's not gonna outthink him. You just gotta outfight him at this point.
Pedroza does have 7 knockouts. Just under a third of the fights that he has been in, but the damage mostly done. You see punches landed. The stat we keep for you in favor of Russell, who said he never goes into a fight thinking it's going to be easy. Expected in this fight. Scheduled again for 10. And he just smacked Pedroza with that left. But Pedroza maintaining his balance for the moment. Hanging on.
His problem is with Pedroza, he's going straight forward and back. He's staying in one straight line. He's not moving to the side to side, rolling underneath into these punches.
Pedroza trying to answer with a right, but good defense from Russell. We are through 3. And it was a left from Russell in that last round.
Definitely. I mean, that's what he needs to do. He needs to come right over that jab and hit him with the left.
And seemingly the first 3 rounds have gone in favor of Gary Antonio Russell from the Fighting Russell family, one of the 5 brothers, all named Gary Russell, who have boxed at one time or another. As we mentioned, his younger brother fought earlier and was successful. Antoine. And the father named them all.
And I just think Russell's just too fast, too strong. Francisco's not throwing a lot of punches, so Russell's just in there doing what he wants to do.
At this point, you're absolutely right, Anthony. And the thing is, he's starting to bully Pedroza, which was what Pedroza said he would do. He would bully Russell during this fight, and that's not happening. And another thing is, Pedroza's he doesn't know how to fight a southpaw. He's going straight, he's in a straight line of fire. You got to keep your left foot outside, the right foot of the southpaw, and keep pushing him to his left. And Pedroza's not doing that. So Russell's having his way with him right now. He's doing anything he wants. There it is. That's a good move. Good. He stepped over and threw that right hand.
He have to do it more often, though. He can't just do it here and there. You got to do it more often. You got to take chances right now because you're down.
Another thing is, as I said earlier, because he has more experience, you want to take a guy in the later rounds, but the way you cut him down and take the wind out of him, take the gas out of the tank, are the body shots. And he hasn't thrown a lot of body shots.
No, he hasn't.
And again, Gary Sr. had converted the basement into a gym where he put up heavy bags and gloves for one of his kids to stay out of trouble, stay off the streets for the neighborhood kids, and his son's naming them all Gary, almost like George Foreman naming his kids all George, so they go mostly by their middle name.
George's case, they all got nicknames.
Well, they also, their middle names, they all start with A as well. And there's a left body shot. Again, you talk about orthodox or more like a southpaw. That's what
and I
fighting
think
Russells do.
And I think that's what Russell needs to do, go to the body and break him down. I think if he's trying to get him out of there, that's what he'll get him out of there with.
Body shots, Russell's landed 25 compared to 14. Those are the overall punches landed.
No, Anthony, but I like what Russell
got that left.
Yeah, Chris, Russell's doing is he's sticking that jab in the face of Pedroza, and he's making Pedroza come forward, and he's countering him. He's not, he's letting him just stick in the jab, let him make a move, counter him, and get out of the way.
Another area where Russell has a distinct advantage. He's landed over 50 headshots. Pedroza just a dozen. And going longer than the average rounds so far in his 14 professional fights. Antonio Russell, as we have gone through round 4. Mentioned the Fighting Russell family. There's Gary Russell Jr., Antoine, who fought earlier and was successful. Back to live action in round 5. And Russell landing a fight high, 27 punches in that last round. Pedroza has yet to land more than 7 punches in any round. Oh, and a flurry. That right got to the head of Pedroza. He just keeps on hanging in there.
I think Russell is looking to take him out this round. I think he's in there. He's hurt. Don't want to be in there, so I think he's looking to take him out.
You're absolutely right. He's throwing a lot of power shots, more power shots. He's sitting down in his punches, throwing the power shots. But that's also, you got to be careful, because Pedroza is a durable guy. Hasn't been stopped, in 20-something fights. And, he's known for being able to go to distance last. And that's how you run into something. Maybe bang heads, get unnecessary cut or something like that.
Body shot just hurt Pedroza. If you want that, like I just said in the last round, if you want to get him out of there, I think the body is the key.
Absolutely. But I like what Russell does right here. He stays in the pocket, keeps him at the end of the jab, and he feints and makes the counter punch. And that's Pedroza come to him the counter punch. That to me is his best. It's going to be the best way to beat him.
Definitely, he stays composed. He stays calm and still ready to fire back at the same time.
And Pedroza trying to land a left and a right. Inside, that right to the head. A shot from Russell. But Pedroza showing he can take it. Now he's into the ropes.
And it's the body shots that's setting everything up. He's curling up. He's feeling the body shots, and he's setting everything else up.
And the power punches, nearly 50% have been connecting from Russell, and he's thrown 3 times as many as his opponent.
That's what I was saying earlier, Chris. Pedroza's a durable guy.
He's not throwing enough. He's not aggressive, not offensive enough.
No, but he's going to let you throw your punches and then try to catch you with some counter punches. That's what I said. Russell's just keep him at the end of the jab. Keep him at the end of the jab. Don't go too far in, because that's where you bang heads and anything can happen.
No. Stop.
But I just don't think Russell's going to get tired. He got the momentum. He's got everything he needs to take this guy out.
Good conditioning. Yes.
Yeah, and for the amount of punches he's thrown, Anthony and Ray, he does not look tired.
No, he's in good shape.
That's coming from working with his brothers. They're going to give him the best sparring that he can get.
All right, thank you, Justin and Eric, with Ray Boom Boom Mancini, the Hall of Famer, Super Middleweight Champ Anthony Durrell ringside, calling this Premier Boxing Champion event. I'm Chris Myers, live here on FS1, and you're in the corner of the challenger who has had a tough go of things, Francisco Pedroza, on the short end of a bantamweight bout that is scheduled for 10. Gary Antonio Russell part of the Russell fighting family. We mentioned that he has 5 brothers, and if you've been with us from the start of this, coming in with an impressive 14-0 record and 11 knockouts. And there is the family and father, Gary, starting with his own gym in the neighborhood to keep kids out of trouble, and his sons all have boxed and had success at one point or another. And let's check on this fight so far. In control is Russell through the first 5 rounds. We've not had a knockdown at all. Marcos Villegas with us with the scoring. Marcos.
I have it 50-45 at Gary Antonio Russell so far. You know, he's landed the better punches, the cleaner punches. He's scoring with his jab. He's landing a lot of power punches to both the head and the body, and he's just getting off quicker, and the speed's really affecting Pedroza in this fight, and I have him well ahead.
All right, thank you very much. We'll watch closely. Again, this is the first career 10-round fight for Antonio Russell. He prepared for this, so he's going into the 6th. His fights have all averaged fewer than 4 rounds so far.
Well, you know, I like Pedroza is in great shape. He jumps out beginning round every round. He runs across the ring. You know, and the only thing I'm concerned a little bit, he got his chin up in the air. But he got to drop his chin. But he's in great shape. He's in great shape. And you know, a lot of guys who fight in America for the first time, you know, get intimidated like the deer cut headlight, but not this guy. So I'm impressed. His conditioning, impressed that he's not, you know, being in America or the crowd doesn't bother him. He's just got to start throwing more punches, keeping the pressure on.
It looks like he's marked up over his right eye a little bit, Pedroza, who found out, he just got the news on Friday morning that he was going to be on national TV and in this fight. And he said he used to worry about the crowd and the atmosphere around. Now he just focuses on who he's in the ring with, which is a good thing because he's been taking a beating, but he's hung in there, staying on his feet. And there's an exchange. Russell.
See, that's where Russell's speed, reflexes, because Pedroza comes up a bit short with his punches all the time.
Yeah, and later, former champ Tony DeMarco in our headline act against Jamal James, who is 25-1, the local product. That's, again, a 10-round scheduled welterweight bout where the winner will be in the mix, hopefully, to take on one of the fantastic 5 in the welterweight division.
Yeah, they both look in tip-top shape, honestly. Pedroza been getting hit with a lot of punches, and he still's coming.
That's right.
He came out aggressive, what he's supposed to do if he's going to come back in this fight.
Well, and for Gary Antonio Russell, Anthony, this is the kind of, if you want to be tested longer in rounds or to go a little further, and he said he prepared for this. He had 11 knockouts in his 14 previous fights. Well, then this is good for him in the big picture.
Definitely, you got to know that you can go 12 rounds or 10 rounds or championship rounds, and he's getting them in now. He's throwing a lot of punches. He's getting the rounds that he needs for his next fight. If it's a championship fight.
You know, and we were talking about, and Anthony was saying, you get the best sparring with your brothers. Don't promise, they're all southpaws. When you need a right-hander, what do? They turn around for you? So that's the thing.
And you hit the point that they say orthodox, but they use their left hand more effectively. And I'm sure that's difficult for opponents. And there's another exchange where Russell gets the best of it. In every statistical category of punches thrown, landed, power punches, jabs, body shots, he's got them all. And another round likely going to Gary Antonio Russell. Let's check in with Jordan Hardy.
Guys, I was just in Antonio Russell's corner, and I spoke to his older brother, Gary Russell Jr., who is the WBC featherweight champ, and I asked him, all right, your brother's going into the 7th round. He hasn't been past the 6th round before. What does he need to do? And he said, hey, I just want him to stay sharp, but he's fighting down to his level, the level of his competition. So he wants to see him step it up and just stay sharp. Guys?
All right, thank you. Now, fighting down to a level of competition. I don't know. Do you see that?
I don't think so. I think Pedroza's giving him causing a headache. Pedroza's giving him everything he wants and more. He's giving the best he can.
I just think they're brothers. They know what they can do. So if he say he's fighting now, I think he's fighting now.
He's pushing his brother to a little, and nobody fights like brothers. Let me tell you, I have 2 of them. And we're not professional fighters, but we've had our share.
But I've seen you, Chris. You fight when you're at the child line. You fight pretty good for that food.
That's trying to get between you and whoever's in our way. The short-range goals, though, for Antonio Russell, he said, yeah, I have short-range goals, long-range goals, and I'm 2 or 3 fights away for a championship, a title shot. That's what I want, but I got to get through this fight. So the focus is in the right direction, whether he's fighting down to his competition or leveling off going later in these rounds with Pedroza.
Yeah, he doesn't overlook anybody.
but I like the fact that he's getting rounds under his belt. He's getting tested, and he's fighting hard. And if it goes the distance, it'll be a 10-round, good 10-round hard fight that he needs.
Another impressive note on the resume, which so far has been very impressive. For Pedroza, he fought his last fight around 115 pounds, so a nice little flurry from Russell, and he's up, obviously to 118 here in round 7, which has gone unofficially. Marcos has scored it every round in favor of Russell, who is a single parent and cuts his own hair. He's his own barber. I don't know, that's difficult.
And knows sign language.
Yep. And can box pretty well, too. There's Pedroza trying to get inside, but good defense.
I think that's what you have to do with Russell. You got to throw when he throws to even try to compete with him. And you're seeing signs from that from Pedroza, but he's not doing it enough.
We are live at the Armory in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's Fight Night, PBC on FS1, Premier Boxing Champions. If you're just tuning in, it's the first round of the night.
See, Anthony, I like what he's doing right there. He's not everything's a fastball. He's changing it up, hitting him with a few touching him with a few easy shots, then he comes in with a hard shot.
A terrific reference, Ray, earlier, the A's and the White Sox. Baseball.
I set you up for that segue.
On FS1, a softball you threw up there. See, Pedroza just has not been able, and is it more about him not being aggressive enough or about the defense of Russell?
I think it's a little bit of both. I'm looking at Russell right now. He looked like he's in the first round. He's slipping. He's still fast. He still has the power. I can't say, he's wearing down at all.
And I would give Russell credit because, this is his third fight in the last 4 months, so he's been active.
Definitely been active. And that's what you want to do at this point in your career. You want to be active. You want to get your name out there to get that big shot.
That's what I like about
the Russell.
Antonio. Yes, he's been active. And this is his first 10-rounder. If it goes the distance, it's the first time. As long as he's gone to 6 rounds. So Pedroza's got to try. Well, it's already gone as long as he's ever gone this round, and he still looks sharp, crisp.
And it's his opponent who's marked up in the face a little bit. Hands, gloves down from Russell. We talked about the Fighting Antoine Russell, earlier in the evening here in Minneapolis against Larry Ventus. By the way, he's got style. Look at that. Now, Russell deducted 2 points for hitting Ventus while he was down in the first round. Then Russell took care of Ventus 3 times, knocking him down on his way to what ended up being a 3rd round knockout win. So, Gary Antoine Russell now 10-0 with 10 knockouts. You guys, we were sitting here watching ringside, and he dominated.
Yeah, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed by him. I'm really impressed by Antonio, man. The hand speed of both these guys, but in their crisp, in their sharp, they're sharpshooters, and they find the opponent's shin and body pretty good.
Definitely does.
Still work to be done as Gary Antonio Russell has, although ahead in every round, yet to put away the challenger, Francisco Pedroza from Mexico, who came in with a 13-8-2 record, 7 knockouts. Pedroza's been knocked out twice. And again, the 14-0 record for Russell with 11 knockouts.
Yeah, but Chris, you know what? Yeah, Pedroza has been stopped twice, but it was early in his career. First 2 official fights. Hasn't been stopped since 2013. So he's durable. He's durable as heck. Look, he's still coming, throwing punches, and he's going to make you work for it. That's what I love about this guy.
Yeah, Pedroza is putting on a good fight here.
Yes, he is.
He just hasn't been able to dent Russell, to make him feel awkward or uncomfortable at all.
At all. Like, he needs to put pressure on him like he's doing in the beginning of the round, the whole round, if he wants to come back in this fight.
Stop. Neutral corner. Hurry up.
Celestino Ruiz for an equipment check. That's the glove wrap. Tape on that left hand of Pedroza. Who again has tape around his shoes, if you didn't hear earlier, because he wanted his shoes to be tight on his feet. So obviously, and there's a look at adding the tape on the red shoes of Pedroza. So obviously wants the gloves on tight too.
Right, I wonder if they're too big.
Time in. Box.
Well, they were too loose apparently, as we're back to the live action here in round 8. Boy, just Russell looks so poised and polished here. Oh, the right and then the left, and Pedroza trying to defend himself. Sweat flying.
And his dad really told him to get on him. I was looking at him like, they was right there on that break. He really told him to get on him and get him out of there.
His father, Gary Sr., who started it all.
Oh, good shot. Good left hand.
Works the corner.
Chris, I'm impressed by his footwork. He's finding angles, he's stepping outside, slipping and sliding back and forth. I love this guy's footwork. Antonio's, I'm telling you, he's a sharp fighter. He's a guy to look for. He's on the climb in that division.
Definitely, and they listen very well.
Yes.
They listen to their corner very well.
They have a habit of, they're very slick inside, slipping and sliding, just get move in, slide out, so they don't take the full brunt of their punches.
Pick him up.
Oh!
After he worked a few left body shots, and he landed another one to Russell. An uppercut, trying to get through the gloves of Pedroza.
Oh, God.
I don't know how Pedroza just keeps his balance here. He's taking shot after shot here.
Hard shots at that.
He fires back. There he goes.
He's got a right, Pedroza.
There's the Mexican warrior in him.
He's a warrior, for sure. He come to fight. He didn't just come to lay down.
No. So he's got a little blood coming out of the lower part of his lip and the mouth area. Hanging in there is Pedroza. A little bit later, you'll see, and we mentioned Jamal James at 25-1 from Minneapolis, Minnesota. His 4th straight fight here at the Armory in a 10-round, scheduled for 10 welterweight meeting with former champ Antonio DeMarco. That's Tony DeMarco from Mexico. And in the corner of Gary Antonio Russell, at age 26. There's that his father designed this aluminum mask. And talk about the benefits of why when they ice the face or do any work in between rounds.
Because you don't have to, with the insole swell, you don't have to just focus on one area. That mask covers it all, and it gets it all at one time.
Yeah, it's like a compress, an anti-sweat type. It was his father's idea, and they custom molded.
So all of the brothers' face, so all of them got their own mask, and they got the symbol at the top that means something different.
And you can breathe through it, drink through it. And it obviously helps. See what Pedroza has in round 9. He showed in shape and responded well, even though, again, unofficially, Marcus scored that another round, every round going to Russell. I'm sure Pedroza and his corner well aware of what they have to do in this last round or two.
No, Chris, yeah, Russell's winning this fight handedly. He's staying flat-footed. I got to admire that he's flat-footed. He's looking to take him out. But at this point, you beat him the easiest way. And I think Pedroza's shown his durability at this point. So I would just keep at the end of the jab. I'm not saying run or move too much, but just move enough. Keep at the end of the jab, shoot them left hands, and then slide out of position.
Yeah, and so Anthony, if you're Russell, you don't worry about a knockout now. You know you got this fight, right?
Exactly.
You just keep control and don't do anything silly.
Definitely, you don't want to get caught with a punch.
The left landed there.
With the 8-ounce gloves, everybody hits hard.
Okay.
And if you're Pedroza, you got to go for the knockout. Of course you got to
have to. But if I'm talking about Russell here.
Yeah, no, just stay composed. And like you said, stay composed. Keep throwing punches, straight shots, but keep your hands up tight. If you catch them, fine. If you don't,
And I think Russell wants to get him out of there. He's pressing the fight like he's down. He really wants
I know, he's aggressive still.
And still not tired. He still has his condition. His condition is, immaculate right now, after all the punches that he threw.
You fought Anthony on cards with your brother before, and so with his brother watching, and I mean, they always say they're more nervous than if they were in the ring for their brother.
Definitely. I mean, and that's how it is. Why, I don't know. Maybe you can't physically get in there and help him.
That's right.
But as you said earlier, and Jordan reported, you know, his brother saying you're fighting down to the competition. Maybe that got him going a little more.
Just a little bit. I mean, he's thrown 707 punches. This is good, especially for a 10-round fight that he's first time going to.
And this is the furthest he's gone in his professional career for Russell.
Yeah, he's in good condition, and he's had a hard fight. And it's a, you know, if he should come out victorious, like it looks like he will, it's a quality win for him.
And he's landed, of those 700-plus punches, he's landed 30%. Plus 20% for Pedroza, who's thrown a lot less, who now kind of bull rushes Russell into the ropes.
See, this type of fight is good for Russell, man. Pedroza had to rough him up, you know, he pulling all the tricks on him. And that's how you get the experience when you go against better competition, top contenders.
Definitely, because you can't get everybody out of there.
Good counter, Antonio.
Closing out round 9. That left got to the side of the head of the body shot. Russell landing on Pedroza. Oh, and a couple of uppercuts inside from Russell. And then the clinch from Pedroza.
Don't punch, step back.
Through 9 rounds, and every one of these rounds, unofficially, going against Pedroza. And Russell, although right-handed, as you said, fights like a southpaw.
Definitely. I mean, there's another left right there that caught him. Another one right over the glove is what he's supposed to do. And he came after the right hand where he's leaning forward. Pedroza is leaning forward. He countered with the left, exactly what he's supposed to do, and sets him up body shots very well also.
That's what I'm talking about, the slipping and sliding. He slides back, shoots that left hand over the top. He slides to the right, shoots a straight left hand, makes him, you know, when the other guy's shooting a straight left. I mean, it's nice, slipping and sliding. Inches and angles.
And our unofficial score, Marcos Villegas. Every round going to Russell.
Yeah, every round has gone to him. You know, I have it a complete shutout for him. You know, every time he throws, he'll land 2 to Pedroza's 1 punch. And I think that's really been the story of this fight. His speed's just too much. When he lets his hands go, he's constantly scoring because he's mixing up his punches to the head and body of Pedroza.
All right, thank you, Marcos. Along with Ray Boom Boom Mancini, the Hall of Famer, Anthony Durrell, the super middleweight champ, Chris Myers in the final round.
I like the fact that Russell's trying to take him out. Doesn't need to, but he's going after him.
Well, man, maybe he's confident enough that Pedroza doesn't have a knockout.
No, he doesn't respect his punching power, no.
Russell's definitely pushing the action.
He likes those KOs after that undefeated record.
Hey, the KO in the 10th round looks very impressive on the record.
It does. I never got one of them.
What does that just show you, that you have the power late in the game?
It shows that you can sustain. You have sustaining power in the later rounds. See, Anthony never needed it because he was whacking guys out.
He usually takes care of guys early, I know. Ooh. Shot to the body.
But this guy's Pedroza's durable.
I'm impressed at this guy. I mean, I want him on my side.
That's right.
Definitely. I think he's trying to show everybody that he's ready for a championship fight. He's ready to compete at the higher level.
And his father, Gary Russell Sr., saying that maybe 2 or 3 fights away, but certainly going the longest in his career and staying undefeated. If Russell could do that, and Pedroza showing that he belongs, he'll take on anybody, anywhere, at any time. Again, a last-minute call in this matchup for this fight.
You know, this is the type of fight, Chris, back home, guys sit around a restaurant like a Michael Alberini's restaurant and watch a fight like this. They love it, like a fight like this, man.
Michael Alberini, let me guess, Italian food, probably.
I hope I get a free dinner when I get home.
Okay.
For that unsolicited commercial. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, guys, you know, sit around, watch fights at the bars and stuff. This is the type of fight you love. This is the type of fight you love.
Well, and you certainly love the future and what he's doing currently for Gary Antonio Russell. Oh, he's showing some quickness there. Look at that. And then a miss from Pedroza, just trying to respond.
No, stop.
And this is the 10th round. He's still throwing like that with full speed, power. It's like he's not slowing down. He can go 12 rounds right now.
Just looked over in his corner, Russell, and nodded as if I got this too.
It's the last round. I mean, I understand about the tape. It's the last round.
His dad is telling him to go to the body.
He's doing the right thing. The referee doing the right thing. Got tape.
Tape showing, got to do it. Here we go. Inside 50. Seconds remain.
30 seconds, Theo.
I'm impressed. Anthony, you know, as a fighter, the fact you try to take the guy out, showing sustaining power. Oh! You gotta love that.
He landed a right, got a head shake from Pedroza, who after Pedroza knocked out in both of his first 2 fights, hadn't been stopped in 6 losses. On his way to a loss here, but still standing is Pedroza.
Chris, Anthony, I don't know about you, but I'd love to see Pedroza come back and fight for us again. I'd love it. This kid will get a great fight, man.
He ran into a polished, prepared professional in Russell.
Oh, man.
And Russell the foot is not off the pedal. He is going for the finish. As the seconds count down under 5. 10 rounds scheduled, and 10 rounds complete. Gary Antonio Russell from the opening bell, pounding away at Francisco Pedroza, but no knockdowns. We'll see if Russell stays undefeated. Get the official results in a moment. Well, Russell landed a fight-high 40 punches in that 10th and final round, going the longest in his impressive career. And Pedroza, as you look at the final punch stats, dominated by Russell. Let's get the results in the ring from Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. All 3 judges seed about the same, 100-90, for your winner by unanimous decision, Gary Antonio Russell.
Masterful performance by Gary Antonio Russell, now going 15-0. Still 11 knockouts, but in 10 rounds, taking out his opponent.